Today, we're looking at something pretty substantial. It's the eufy E28 robot vacuum system. I mean, this thing looks less like a robot helper and more like, well, a new piece of furniture.
It really does. And it's not just ambitious, it's aiming really high end.
Totally. We've seen prices floating around $789 for some versions. That puts it firmly in that premium all-in-one category.
And the claims match the price tag, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about suction power up to, what, 20,000 pass?
Yeah, 20,000 pass in its turbo mode. It's a massive number.
It is. And that immediately makes you ask, okay, does it earn that premium label? That's what we need to figure out today.
Exactly. Is all this stuff, the vacuum, the mop, the base station that cleans itself, even a spot cleaner, is that genuinely making life easier?
Or is it just swapping simplicity for, a whole lot of features that might get complicated?
That's the core question, isn't it? Okay, let's jump into the specs first, like 20,000 path figure.
Right? It's huge. Most high-end robot vacuums we see are maybe in the 2,500 to 5,000 power range, maybe a bit more.
So this is way beyond that. It sounds like it's positioned not just for dust bunnies, but for like serious debris, deep carpets, maybe even small rocks.
Well, maybe not rocks, but yeah, they're definitely marketing it for deep cleaning, not just light maintenance. Maximum pickup.
Okay, but that power needs a home, and this thing is big.
That's the first big trade-off, absolutely. The whole system robot plus the base weighs around 34 pounds.
34 pounds? Wow. My kettle weighs less than that. This isn't something you just tuck away easily.
No way. The base station alone is pretty chunky, almost 19 inches wide, over 14 inches high. If you're in a smaller place, you really need to think about where this beast is going to live.
Right. But here's something interesting. For all that size, all that power, the actual cleaning path, the width the robot covers in one go is only about 6.3 inches. That seems narrow.
It does seem a bit narrow, yeah. It suggests they've packed a lot of tech inside the robot itself. The dual brushes, the mopping gear, pumps, all that takes up space.
So it limits how wide the roller can be.
Exactly. It's maybe less about covering huge areas super fast and more about, like, precision cleaning with all its tools.
Okay, precision. Let's talk about the navigation then. How does it find its way around?
It's using a combo approach, LiDAR, which is pretty standard for mapping.
Right, the laser thing that spins around.
Yeah, that gives it the basic room layout, the 2D map. But then it adds a camera for object recognition.
Ah, so it doesn't just see walls, it sees stuff,
Right.
like shoes, cables.
Exactly. It builds more of a 3D picture. That's the key part for trying to avoid those smaller obstacles that trip up simpler robots. The things you really don't want it running over.
Definitely. Okay, and all this smart maneuvering connects back to that huge base station, the epicenter of the bulk, as you said.
Right. And that base is aiming for almost complete automation after the clean.
What does it actually do?
Well, a lot. It empties the robot's dustbin into a bag inside the station. It washes the mopping rollers. It refills the robot's clean water tank.
And deals with the dirty water?
Yeah, in some versions, it collects the dirty water too. The idea is you only need to touch it occasionally, like maybe refill the main clean water tank or swap out the dust bag every couple of months.
Okay, so we've got the power, the smarts, the massive base. Let's shift gears. Why would someone spend, almost $800 on this? What specific problems is it supposed to solve better than cheaper options?
Well, let's start with the classic robot vacuum nemesis. Hair.
Oh yeah, pet hair, long hair, the stuff that wraps around the brushes.
Exactly. And the E28 tackles this head-on with what they call duo-spirally detangle brushes.
Sounds fancy. Marketing speak, or does it actually work?
The source material suggests it actually does work pretty well. These are counter-rotating brushes designed specifically to minimize that hair wrap.
Okay, that could be a game changer for people with pets or, well, long hair.
For sure. If you're constantly pulling hair out of your robot's brush, reducing that hassle could be a major selling point, maybe even worth the price jump for some.
Right. What else? Corners are always tricky for round robots.
Yeah, they never quite get right into the edge. Eufy's solution here is the corner over arm, or sometimes they call it extended edge cleaning.
An arm, like it reaches out.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
A small, flexible arm extends out sideways to flick debris from along the baseboard into the main suction area.
Huh. That's clever. Because that's where all the dust bunnies gather, right along the edges.
Precisely. Getting that perimeter clean is something most robots struggle with, so that's a definite potential advantage.
Okay, and it mops too. With the HydroJet system, is this just dragging a wet pad around?
No, it seems a bit more advanced than that. The HydroJet system apparently applies actual downward pressure.
Ah, so it's trying to scrub, not just wipe.
That's the idea. It won't be like getting down on your hands and knees, obviously, but that pressure should make it better on hard floors than a simple wet wipe system. A step up from maintenance cleaning, at least.
Okay, now the really unique thing, the feature that seems to set this E28 model apart, the Flexion.
Right. The detachable bit.
Detachable, what does that mean?
It means you can actually take the main cleaning head off the robot's body and use it like a handheld vacuum.
Wait, really? So you can use it on, like, stairs? Or the sofa?
Exactly. Upholstery, spills, stairs, maybe even quick car cleanups. It turns the autonomous floor bot into a manual spot cleaner when you need it.
Okay, the Flexion sounds neat, but let me play devil's advocate here.
Go for it.
If I'm paying nearly $800 for a robot that's supposed to automate everything, isn't needing to pull a piece off and manually clean my stairs kind of
Yeah.
admitting defeat?
That's a really fair point. It absolutely is a compromise, isn't it?
It feels like it's saying, look, I cost a fortune, but I still can't do everything. Your turn.
I see what you mean. But maybe the way to think about it isn't that it eliminates all manual cleaning. It's more about integrating the tool for that extra manual bit into the main system.
So the robot does the floors, maybe 95% of the job.
Right. And then for that tricky 5%, the stairs, the sofa cushions,
Yeah.
you've got the specialized tool right there, charged and ready, stored with the main unit. It's about consolidating your cleaning tools.
Okay, I can see that angle. It's convenient integration, even if it's not full automation.
Exactly. And that brings us nicely to the trade-offs, the real-world stuff. We know it's expensive. We know it's big.
Yeah, the size is definitely a factor. If you've got a tiny apartment, this thing might just dominate the space. It needs its own parking spot, basically.
It really does. And then there's the complexity. When you pack in so many features, vacuum, mop, spot cleaner, smart mapping, and that super complex base station.
You swap cleaning complexity for maintenance complexity, is that it?
That seems to be a key point from the reviews, yeah.
Let's look at the cleaning performance. The mopping, for instance. Even with that pressure system, reviews suggest it's not replacing a dedicated floor scrubber.
Right. It's a good maintenance mop. It keeps things generally clean. But for really tough, dried-on stains, it seems it doesn't quite have the aggressive scrubbing power of a machine purely designed for washing floors.
So the all-in-one claim has limits there.
It seems so. It handles variety, but maybe not deep cleaning perfection across the board.
And the overall cleaning scores reflect that, right? Tom's Guide gave it a 70.4 overall score in their tests.
Yeah, a 70.4, which is interesting for a machine at this price point.
Wow.
You might expect higher, maybe closer to 90 if you're paying top dollar.
So it's not a straight A student.
Maybe not overall. But look deeper into their scores. The pet hair score was much better, 82.5.
Ah, okay. So that reinforces the idea that the duospiral brushes really do work well for hair.
Exactly. It suggests the robot is highly specialized. It excels at that specific, common problem, pet hair, but might just be average for general debris or find us pickup compared to other top-tier bots.
Specialization versus generalization.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, what about big houses? Endurance. Vacuum Wars had something to say about the battery, didn't they?
They did. They rated the features pretty highly, gave pet hair a good score too. But the battery runtime, only 2.72 out of 5.
Ouch. 2.72 out of 5? That's quite low. What does that mean in practice?
It likely means that, especially if you're using that high-power 20,000 pallet suction mode, the battery drains pretty quickly.
So it won't finish a large house in one go?
Probably not, no. It'll likely have to go back to its base to recharge partway through, then resume cleaning later.
Which isn't the end of the world, but it means you're not getting one quick, uninterrupted clean if you have a large floor plan.
Exactly. You're paying for intense bursts of power, especially for carpets, maybe not for marathon cleaning sessions, across huge spaces.
Okay, so summing up, incredible power on paper, some really clever specialized features like the detangling brushes and the corner arm, that unique Flexion tool.
But also, it's big, it's expensive, the maintenance isn't zero, and the overall cleaning might be more specialized than universally amazing. Plus, battery life could be an issue for large homes.
Right. So who is this actually for then, if someone's listening right now trying to decide?
Well, synthesizing all that, the E28 seems like a strong contender only if you fit a very specific profile. You need to be willing to make that premium investment.
Okay.
And you need to have a house with genuinely complex cleaning needs. Multiple types of challenges.
What kind of challenges?
Think mixed floors carpets needing that high suction, plus hard floors for the mopping. Definitely a significant pet hair problem where those detangling brushes will shine. And crucially, you need to see real value in that corner cleaning and regularly need that Flexion tool for stairs or upholstery.
So if you tick all those boxes, pets, mixed floors, stairs upholstery needs, edge cleaning frustrations, then maybe the E28 brings enough specialized tools together in one package to make sense.
That seems to be the ideal user, yes. You're basically buying the maximum number of features you can get in one robot system, and you accept the size and the maintenance as part of that deal.
It's about feature density over simplicity or budget.
Perfectly put.